Let me ask you something. What if your garden does not need more money from you? What if it needs fewer bags from the store, fewer tools, fewer fancy tricks, and a lot more common sense? Because some of the best garden helpers are already around you, sitting in the trash, on the lawn, or under a tree. So if growing vegetables has ever felt too expensive, too tiring, or too much work, these 25 free hacks may completely change how you garden. We are counting down from the easiest fixes to the one tiny habit that can save your whole next season. Number 25, stop digging so much. Most of us think a garden bed needs to be dug up every season. Turn it over, break it apart, make it look fresh. But soil is not just dirt. It is full of worms, tiny air spaces, and little paths where water moves. When you dig too much, you break a lot of that up. So instead of digging the whole bed, dig only where you need to plant. Pull back the mulch, make a small hole, plant your seed or seedling, and cover the soil again. Less digging means less work, fewer weeds coming up, and soil that holds water better. It can also protect the tiny life in the soil that helps feed your plants. It may feel lazy at first, but in the garden, lazy can be smart. If your bed is very hard or compacted, loosen only the planting hole and then start building on top with mulch and compost. You are not ignoring the soil. You are letting it rebuild without turning the whole bed upside down every time. And once you stop tearing the soil open, the next step is even more important. Cover it before weeds see their chance. Number 24, use cardboard as a weed blanket. Before you throw away a plain cardboard box, take another look at it. That box can become free weed control. Remove the tape and shiny labels. Lay the cardboard flat over bare soil. Wet it down. Then cover it with leaves, grass clippings, straw, compost, or any natural mulch you have. The cardboard blocks light. So many weeds underneath weaken and die. Over time, worms and soil life help break it down. This is great for new beds, messy corners, or garden paths that keep growing weeds no matter how many times you pull them. Just avoid glossy or plastic-coated cardboard. Plain brown cardboard is best. A box that was about to go in the trash can. Protect your soil and feed it at the same time. But cardboard works even better when you cover it with the free stuff many people rake up and throw away. Number 23, turn fallen leaves into garden gold. Fallen leaves are not yard waste. They are free soil food. You can spread dry leaves around vegetables as mulch, or pile them in a corner and let them slowly break down into soft, dark material for your beds. Leaves help the soil stay cool, hold moisture, and protect roots. Worms love them too. If you can shred the leaves, they break down faster. But even whole leaves are useful. Just do not pile wet leaves in a thick mat right against plant stems. Leave a little space so the stems can breathe. A thin, loose layer is usually better than one heavy pile. Once you start using leaves, fall cleanup feels different. Other people see a mess. Gardeners see future soil. And when you understand that waste can become soil food, the next hack starts to feel like common sense. Number 22, chop and drop healthy plant waste. When you trim herbs, prune healthy leaves, or pull small weeds, do not always carry everything away. Chop the clean plant material into smaller pieces and drop it right on the soil. That is free mulch. It covers the ground, holds moisture, and slowly breaks down. But be careful. Do not use diseased leaves, pest-covered plants, or weeds full of seeds. Those can cause problems later. Use the healthy stuff only. Your garden used nutrients to grow those leaves. When you drop them back on the soil, you are giving some of that goodness back. This saves you extra trips to the compost pile and keeps your beds covered. It also makes cleanup feel easier because not every garden job has to end with hauling something away. And if plant trimmings can help your garden, wait until you see what your lawn can do when you stop treating it like trash. Number 21, use grass clippings the right way. Grass clippings can be amazing in a vegetable garden, but only if you use them carefully. Do not dump a thick, wet pile around your plants. That can turn slimy, smell bad, and block air from the soil. Instead, spread a thin layer, let it dry a little, then add more later. Thin layers of grass clippings help hold moisture, slow down weeds, and feed the soil as they break down. They are great around tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, corn, and leafy greens. But only use grass clippings from lawns that have not been sprayed with weed killer or chemicals you do not want near your food. Clean grass clippings are not trash. They are free mulch. And the best part is that you can add them again and again through the season. Now the next hack goes even deeper, because instead of feeding the soil from the top, you feed it underground. Number 20, bury kitchen scraps in empty spots. No compost bin? No problem. You can still feed your soil by burying kitchen scraps in empty parts of the garden. Dig a small hole or trench. Add vegetable peels, fruit scraps, coffee grounds, tea leaves, or crushed eggshells. Then cover everything well with soil. Worms and tiny soil life will slowly break it down under the surface. Do not bury meat, dairy, oily food, or salty leftover. Those can smell bad and attract animals. Also, do not bury fresh scraps right beside tiny seedlings. Give the scraps time and space to break down. This is not fast fertilizer. It is quiet soil building. A simple trick is to mark the spot with a stick or stone after you bury scraps. That way, you do not dig into the same place too soon, and you know where the soil is quietly improving. The garden looks calm on top, but under the soil, dinner is being prepared for future plants. You are halfway there. If these ideas are already shifting how you think about garden waste, please like this video and subscribe. The next 10 hacks get even better, and they all cost nothing. Drop a comment telling me which hack surprised you most so far. I read them, and your wins inspire other gardeners watching right now. And speaking of future plants, the next free item can help you start seeds without buying small pots. Number 19, start seeds in toilet paper tubes. Toilet paper tubes make great little seed pots. They are especially useful for plants that do not like their roots disturbed, like beans, peas, cucumbers, and squash. Cut a few small slits at the bottom, fold them in, fill the tube with seed starting mix, and plant your seed. Put the tubes in a tray so water does not run everywhere. When the seedling is ready, plant the whole tube in the garden. The cardboard softens, and the roots grow through it. Keep the tubes close together so they do not dry out too fast. Cardboard loses moisture quicker than plastic, so check them often. This saves money on seed pots and makes transplanting easier. It also makes seed starting feel less scary because you are using something simple and free. And once those seedlings are growing, the next hack protects them when the weather starts acting strange. Number 18, use clear containers. As mini greenhouses, old clear food containers can protect young plants. Salad boxes, berry boxes, and cut plastic bottles can act like tiny greenhouses. Place one over a seedling on a chilly night, a windy day, or early in the season when the weather keeps changing. It helps trap warmth and protect small plants from rough wind. But here's the part you cannot ignore. On sunny days, these covers can get hot fast, so lift the lid, make a small air hole, or remove the cover when the day warms up. Used the right way, this hack helps seedlings settle in without buying special covers. It may not look fancy, but a healthy seedling does not care if its greenhouse used to hold salad. And when those plants grow strong, the next trick can stop you from buying the same seeds again next season. Number 17, save seeds from your best plants. One of the easiest ways to spend less on gardening is to save seeds. But do not save seeds from just any plant. Save them from your best plants. Pick the tomato that tasted amazing, the bean plant that kept producing, the pepper that stayed strong, the lettuce that lasted longer than the others. Those plants already proved they can handle your garden. Let the seeds mature, dry them well, label them, and store them somewhere cool and dry. Beans, peas, tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, dill, and cilantro are good places to start. Write the name and the year on the packet because mystery seeds are fun until you forget what you planted. Just know that seeds from hybrid plants may not grow exactly like the parent. Still, seed saving is powerful. This year's best plant can become next year's free beginning. And while seeds are one kind of free beginning, the next hack starts with scraps from your kitchen. Number 16, regrow kitchen scraps. Some kitchen scraps can grow again. Green onions are the easiest. Leave the white root end, plant it in soil, water it, and the green tops will grow back. You can also try celery bases, lettuce hearts, basil cuttings, mint stems, and sweet potato slips. Will this replace a full garden? No, but it gives you bonus food and free planting material. It also gives quick wins, which is great for beginners. There is something exciting about seeing a leftover turn into food again. A green onion root is not just a scrap. It is a tiny plant, asking for another chance. And sometimes, your next harvest starts right on the kitchen counter. But if you want even more food from the same bed, the next trick turns a normal garden chore into something you can eat. Number 15. Plant thick, then eat the extra. Here's a smart way to get more food from the same space. Plant some seeds a little closer than normal, then eat the extra seedlings as baby greens. This works with lettuce, spinach, beets, radishes, carrots, cilantro, arugula, and many leafy crops. As they grow, snip or pull the crowded ones and add them to salads, soups, sandwiches, or stir-fries. Now thinning is not a sad chore. It is an early harvest. Just do not let everything stay crowded forever. The plants you keep still need room to grow big and healthy. So the trick is simple. Plant thick, harvest young. Give the strongest plants space. You get food early, and the main crop still has room to finish. And once you start watching the spaces between plants, you will notice something else trying to move in first. Number 14. Let weeds teach you something. Weeds are annoying, but they can also give you clues. If one spot always grows weeds that love moisture, that area may stay too wet. If another spot grows tough weeds that seem happy in dry ground, that soil may need more mulch or organic matter. If weeds keep popping up in bare soil, the message is simple. Cover the ground. You do not need to know every weed name. Just notice patterns. Which bed gets weedy fastest? Which corner dries out first? Which spot always struggles? Once you see the pattern, you can fix the real problem instead of fighting the same battle every week. A weed is not only an enemy. Sometimes it is a free note from your garden. Keep watching, because some of the easiest hacks are not about adding more to the garden. They are about noticing what the garden is already trying to tell you. And if you are ready to make the garden work smarter, the next hack helps your plants grow upward without buying support. Number 13, make trellises from sticks. Before you buy plant supports, look around your yard. You may already have sticks, branches, bamboo pieces, old prunings, or strong stems that can help your plants climb. Tie sticks into a teepee for beans. Push branches beside peas. Make a simple frame for cucumbers. Use soft strips of old cloth to tie plants without cutting the stems. It does not need to look perfect. It just needs to hold the plant. Growing upward saves space, improves airflow, and makes harvesting easier. It can also make picking less frustrating because the vegetables are not hiding under a tangled mess of leaves. If this video is already giving you ideas, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps more gardeners find simple ways to grow food without spending more money. Now keep watching, because the next hack turns the part of the garden you walk on into something useful. Number 12, make garden paths work for you. Garden paths do not have to be wasted space. They can help feed the garden. Lay cardboard over the path, then cover it with leaves, dried grass, wood chips, straw, or small plant pieces. Now the path blocks weeds, keeps your shoes cleaner, and slowly breaks down over time. As you walk on it, everything gets pressed down. Rain and worms help turn it into softer material. Later, if a garden bed needs mulch, you can rake some of that partly broken down material into the bed and add fresh leaves or grass back to the path. So the path is not just where you walk. It becomes a slow compost strip. That is one job doing two jobs. Here is a quick reminder. Save this video if you are building a low-cost garden this season. A lot of these ideas work best when you come back to them later. And now that your paths are working harder, the next hack makes every watering work harder too. Number 11, make watering bowls around plants. Sometimes we water the garden, but the water runs away from the plant. That means we worked, but the roots did not get enough. For thirsty plants like tomatoes, peppers, squash, cucumbers, and young fruiting crops, make a shallow bowl in the soil around each plant. When you water, the bowl holds the water long enough for it to soak down. Then, cover the area with mulch so it stays moist longer. This is very useful on slopes, sandy soil, windy days, and hot weather. Just do not pile soil or mulch tight against the stem. Leave a little breathing room around it. A watering bowl takes almost no time, but it makes each watering count more. Less runoff, deeper roots, happier plants. But before you water again, the next hack can stop one of the most common garden mistakes. Number 10, use the finger test. Before watering, Before you water, check the soil with your finger. Push your finger into the soil near the plant. If it feels moist below the surface, wait. If it feels dry, water deeply. That is the whole test. It sounds too simple, but it can save a lot of plants. Many gardeners water because the top looks dry, but the roots below are still fine. Others wait because the top looks dark, while the deeper soil is actually thirsty. Your finger tells you more than guessing does. This also teaches you how your garden behaves. Sandy soil dries fast. Clay soil holds water longer. Mulched soil stays moist longer than bare soil. And the best part, this garden tool is free, and you already have it. We are in the final 10 now. If you are ready to cut your garden spending this season, hit like and make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the last hacks. Each one of these can genuinely change your next harvest. Tell me in the comments, which hack are you using first? Now that you know when to water, the next hack helps you find extra water without turning on the tap. Number 9. Reuse clean water safely. Some water from the house can be used again in the garden. For example, water from rinsing vegetables, washing salad, or steaming plain vegetables can often be used on plants once it cools. Keep a bowl in the sink when you rinse produce. Then take that water outside and pour it around garden plants or containers. But be careful. Do not use water with bleach, strong cleaners, heavy soap, grease, or lots of salt. Those can hurt plants and soil. This hack is not about dumping dirty water into your vegetable beds. It is about saving clean, gentle water that would have gone down the drain. In dry weather, little savings matter. And once you start catching water, you notice how much useful water disappears every day. The next hack saves water in another way, by using shade where the sun is just too strong. Number 8. Use tall plants for shade. Not every vegetable wants to bake in the sun all day. Lettuce, spinach, cilantro, radishes, and many leafy greens can bolt, wilt, or turn bitter when the heat gets strong. So use taller plants as living shade. Plant cooler crops on the shady side of tomatoes, corn, pole beans, sunflowers, or cucumbers growing on a trellis. The greens still get light, but they are protected from the harshest sun. This costs nothing. You are just placing plants with more care. Think of tall plants like living umbrellas. When you use shade on purpose, you can often keep tender greens going longer. More shade in the right place can mean more harvests from the same garden. And while you are using space more carefully, the next trick helps you use empty gaps before weeds move in. Number 7. Grow quick crops between slow crops. Bare soil will not stay bare for long. If you leave empty space, weeds will use it, so use it first. Between slower crops like tomatoes, peppers, cabbage, or broccoli, plant quick crops like radishes, lettuce, arugula, spinach, or cilantro. Harvest the quick crops young before the main plants need the space. This gives you extra food, covers the soil, and cuts down on weeds. The key is to harvest on time. Do not let the quick crop steal too much light, water, or room from the main crop. Think of it like borrowing space. The baby lettuce gets a short turn, then the tomato takes over. Simple, smart, and very useful. And when some of those quick crops start to flower, do not pull them all too fast. The next hack shows why. Number 6. Let some plants flower. When herbs and vegetables start to flower, many gardeners pull them right away. Sometimes that is fine, but not always. If you have space, let a few plants bloom. Dill, cilantro, parsley, basil, arugula, radish, mustard, and many other plants can attract bees and helpful insects when they flower. Some of those tiny insects help with pests. Some help with pollination. Some simply make the garden feel more alive. You do not need a fancy flower garden to support your vegetable garden. Sometimes all it takes is letting a few herbs finish their life cycle near the edge of a bed. You may even get seeds from them later. So before you pull every bolted plant, pause and ask, Could this feed the helpers for a little while? And now we are getting close to the top 5, where the hacks become less about feeding plants and more about protecting them. Number 5. Trap slugs with boards. Slugs love cool, damp hiding spots, so give them one. In the evening, place an old board, piece of cardboard, flat stone, or upside-down pot near plants that slugs like to eat. In the morning, lift it up and check underneath. Many slugs will hide there when the sun comes out. Then, you can remove them in whatever way works for your garden. This is helpful around lettuce, young cabbage, beans, strawberries, and small seedlings. It also helps you know if slugs are really the problem. Sometimes we blame the wrong pest. This trick is free, simple, and easy to repeat after rain. You are not chasing slugs. You are letting them come to you. And do not leave yet, because the next hack protects seedlings right where they are most likely to be attacked. Number 4. Protect seedlings with scrap collars. Tiny seedlings can be cut down fast by pests like cutworms. A simple collar can help protect them. Use a toilet paper tube, a strip of cardboard, a small yogurt container with the bottom removed, or folded newspaper. Place it around the seedling and push it a little into the soil. The collar protects the soft stem while the plant is young. This is helpful for tomatoes, peppers, cabbage, broccoli, kale, and other transplants. Once the plant gets stronger, remove the collar or make sure it is not squeezing the stem. This hack does not look exciting, but it can save you from replanting. And nothing hurts like checking the garden and seeing yesterday's healthy seedling lying flat on the soil. Now, for pests that come from above, the next free barrier can protect a whole row at once. Number 3. Use old mesh as a pest barrier. Old mesh, sheer curtains, light cloth, or worn garden netting can protect plants for free. Drape it over sticks, hoops, or simple supports. Then secure the edges so pests cannot crawl underneath. This can help protect leafy crops from birds, butterflies, flea beetles, and other small pests. It works best when you cover the plants before pests arrive. For crops that need pollination, like squash or cucumbers, remove the cover when flowers open, or hand pollinate if needed. For leafy crops like kale, cabbage, lettuce, and arugula, you can keep covers on longer. Just make sure the fabric is not too heavy and does not crush the plants. It is not fancy. But protected plants beat fancy every time. And once your plants survive long enough to produce, the next free hack tells them to keep giving. Number 2, harvest early and often. One of the easiest ways to get more food is to pick more often. Beans, peas, cucumbers, zucchini, peppers, herbs, lettuce, and many leafy greens often keep producing when you harvest regularly. If you leave old vegetables on the plant too long, the plant may slow down. It thinks its job is done. But when you keep picking, many plants keep trying. This also gives you better food. Small zucchini are tender. Young beans taste better. Herbs are best before they get old and woody. Walk through the garden often with a bowl or scissors. Even a quick check can save food from getting too big, tough, or hidden under leaves. A garden rewards the person who shows up. Not all day, just often enough. And now we are at number 1. This last hack does not look like much, but it can change every season after this one. Number 1, keep a tiny garden record. And the number 1 free hack is not a tool, a bottle, or a trick. It is a tiny garden record. Write things down. Not a perfect journal, not a big fancy notebook. Just simple notes. What did you plant? Where did you plant it? What grew well? What failed? What tasted great? What got eaten by pests? Which bed dried out first? Which crop was not worth the space? You think you will remember. You probably will not. By next season, the details blur together. But a few notes can save you from repeating the same mistakes. They can also remind you of your wins. That tomato was amazing. That cucumber hated the corner bed. That lettuce needed more shade. That mulch really helped. You can write these notes on your phone, on seed packets, or on the back of an old envelope. The format does not matter. The memory does. That is how OneNote becomes next season's shortcut before the first seed goes into soil. A tiny garden record turns this season into a teacher, and next season you start smarter. If this helped, hit the like button, subscribe for more simple gardening tips, and comment the word free below so I know you want more no-cost garden ideas. And before you go, tell me which hack you are trying first. Your comment may help another gardener grow more food without spending more money. Then, watch the next video showing on your screen right now, because it will give you even more simple gardening ideas you can use without wasting money.